Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Just a quick short-term update after Solana's movements that we had today, which were quite impressive, but not surprising, okay? So anybody who watched the previous videos, well, you know, you know that we were watching for further upside from down here. The $119 level was the key support that ideally holds. And that ideally would hold to keep the idea of an unfolding triangle pattern alive. I don't want to talk too much about that pattern. We talked about that in the last video. Feel free to check it out. I only made it earlier today. But I thought because of the movement that we've had, let's do a deep dive into the microstructures here. So we did have a possible trading area, trend reversal area in this area here. That was before the turnaround. I took it off the chart now. Next trigger point and signal was the break of the trend line, which also was a great signal, yeah. And it actually moved strongly. Now there was a catalyst with Vanek applying for a Solana spot ETF, right, or filing for it. I haven't really read the news in detail, but I think that's it. And that was probably a catalyst. We're glad that they waited until the trend line was broken. It's quite funny. Nevertheless, I gave you already in the previous video an ideal target, $153.82, because based on the length of the A wave, which was, by the way, a 5-wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is bullish, which is why I focused on the upside further. We take the length of that and then we compare that with the length of the C wave. And typically the 100% extension level is reached in a C wave. Doesn't have to be reached. I mean, nothing has to happen in these markets. Also bear in mind, this is crypto, this is a volatile asset class, and we're dealing here with the 1 hour time frame. So things are sometimes a bit difficult, but that's what makes crypto unique and also more risky, right? We know that. I've just added a couple of additional support, not support, but target levels, which are relevant targets and projections for this C wave to the upside. So that means we have an A wave up, we have a B wave down. I'll take the microstructure out. We don't need that anymore. The idea is now, okay, what happens here in this C wave to the upside? By the way, this would be an ABC structure, most likely, and that's the current thesis, of a larger A wave. Then from there, we are watching for a larger B wave and a larger C wave to complete the D wave in the triangle. Again, if you want to see the bigger picture, take a look at the previous video. Yeah, pay attention to the patterns I discussed there, because here in the previous video I really discussed in detail the bigger picture, the triangle, and what else could happen. But here I just want to give you an idea of what the relevant support levels are and the next upside targets, so that you're equipped for tomorrow. The price could be working here on wave 4 of C. So as you can see from this move to the downside, which bottomed yesterday, we have only 3 waves up. 1, 2, 3. So that high of the day isn't broken yet. And the idea is we could get another 4-5 pattern, because if the assumption is correct, and this is a C wave, then it should be a 5-wave move up. And the move down could now be wave 4, and we get then one more high in wave 5. Now, here's where the micro support area comes in. Ideal target for a 4th wave, the 38.2 retracement of the 3rd wave, $144.77. Below that, for a deep wave 4, the 50% FIB level at $142.89. Ideally, the price doesn't break below it. If it does, there's one more level left at $141. But if that level breaks, it's the golden ratio level, only really valid for a diagonal pattern, which it could be in a C wave, but that would be very deep for a 4th wave. So really, ideally, $142.89 is holding. And then from here, one more high could happen, targeting $153.82 or $158.69 next. Those are the patterns. Hope you liked the update about Solana. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.